Cosmos the only sort of AI-enabled device that you're using in this process, or are there others that you're working with?
That's the only one. I mean, we participated in some of the like GE venue beeline counting studies. Um, what else? We had a I think it was a venue. I got some research grant with GE years ago, and we had one of their devices that did like auto beeline, auto IVC, and automated VTI. And nobody, I mean, when I would show someone how to use it on the device, they'd be like, "Oh, that's a lot." Nobody saw that and was like, "Sweet, I can't wait to use it." The beeline thing, sort of, just because of the way it presented itself, like the final like image after the technology put everything together. So you had saved like 8 clips of the lungs. And then if you ran the algorithm, the output of the algorithm was presented on a screen that looked nice. There was like a human body, and then there were like the lung zones, and then it was showing you what the quantitative assessment was in each of those lung zones. And people kind of liked that output, but nobody used it. I mean,
okay.
Beelines are like, our residency, our trainees at our programs are pretty high level. So I sort of joke that beelines, like some of our experienced nurses can count beelines from behind the desk in our resuscitation room because they're so used to seeing people do it. It's just part of what we do. Like rarely does a resuscitation go by where someone is like dyspneic and very hypoxic and getting started on, say, BiPAP or whatever. Very rarely does that happen without someone putting an ultrasound probe on the lungs. And the nurses are so used to it. And the respiratory therapists too, like our 2 lead respiratory therapists on days, and they're very senior people. Like Rosemary and Larry are 50 years of RT between them. They can interpret a lung ultrasound better than like the GE beeline algorithm, certainly could. And I haven't ever taught them how to do it, but I know I could. I mean, we actually published our methods on a different study where we taught our research associates how to do beelines. And it's simple. I mean, these are people with no previous ultrasound training.
What does beeline stand for again? Just so
beeline, like lung ultrasound, involves looking for water. And so the artifact that gets created by water in the lungs is called a beeline. And it's just a vertical white line on the screen. Whereas if the lungs are simply filled with air, you see horizontal lines on the screen, and they're called A lines. And so it's this truly dichotomous like assessment of, are the lungs dry, horizontal A lines? Are the lungs wet, vertical B lines? And it's all based on artifacts of sound, because sound actually doesn't interact with air very well. Like the speed of sound through air is very slow. So historically, the lungs were off limits to ultrasound until some smart guy in France figured out that these like artifacts were characteristics based on the content of lung water, and then described this, and we were off to the races.